Hi, and welcome to day 5 of Rise and Shine, creating 2020 vision, all about connecting back to that space of empowerment, knowing that you can experience whatever it is that you would like to experience for 2020 and beyond. And so real quick, I want to welcome today's awesome guest, Eva Vennari. Welcome.
Hi, Kim.
Hi. So Eva's been on the Every Day is a New Day show before, but let me give you a quick snapshot of who she is and what she does. Trained as a mineral balancing counselor, Eva Vennari empowers your body to heal by giving it what it needs exactly when it needs it. No drugs, no fads or trends, just simple wisdom guided by science to support your immune system. It's work that far outlasts the time she spends with her clients. And get this, you can access Eva's free face analysis by going to the link that you'll see down in the chat here. And Eva, it's exciting what you do. Just in a little couple sentences here, will you tell everyone, how did you get into the work that you do?
I was a hot mess and I needed help. And everywhere I looked, all I found were answers for take some drugs and oh, it's all in your head, Eva. There's nothing wrong with you. So since I was blessed with insomnia up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I put in a search string for all of the symptoms I had 30 plus symptoms of problems, chronic fatigue, anxiety, insomnia, depression, fibromyalgia, itchy skin, heart palpitations. I could go on and on and on. And it took me about 16 years to find it. So this article that I found at 3 o'clock in the morning was describing me. This is if you have mineral imbalances, toxic metals, and you're dealing with your hypothyroidism, and you're dealing with low blood sugar, and you're dealing with like really weird symptoms, it could be mineral imbalances. And I went, this makes sense. And they started talking about if you give your body what it needs, it'll heal itself. And it resonated. And that's how I found it and got started.
So you are the epitome of having a vision of something and bringing it to life.
Yeah, I do that when I go shopping too. I'm like, I wish they had this. 6 months later, I go to that same store. There it is.
That is fascinating. I don't think I realized it was 16 years that you focused on that vision and it made it come to life. And were you already a mineral balancing counselor? You weren't.
No. So this is my third career. First career was IT. So I worked in computers, I get on the computers and fix them and make them talk to each other and all that good stuff. And then the next 16 years, I was in architecture and design working with natural stone. So I went from the new age to the stone age. Literally, I did that. Full spectrum. And then as I became a hot mess from burning myself out doing that work and raising 2 kids, on my own. So that just really made me tired. I didn't know how to take care of myself. And I'm so glad that I found it. It is the tenacity of I'm not going to give up until I find the answer that agrees with the heart message that saved me. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure I'd be on Social Security disability today.
Wow. Yeah. And it's so fascinating how life can take you from one, you have this one phase of your life, I'm working in IT, and then another phase of my life, I'm working in architecture, right? And now I'm a mineral balancing counselor. Like anything is possible.
Yeah. Well, and I know, I wasn't 5 years old going, oh, this is what I want to do for a living and be messing around with minerals. Who knew? But the other careers, I could take it or leave them. But once I found this and I realized the impact that it could have, not just for me, but for people around me, I found a passion in that. And it seemed like everything else I touched went sour. And it was the universe telling me, look, you have what you need to do your purpose in the world. You need to focus on that. And once I started to put my first and best energies into my work, into this work, it flourished. And people found me who needed me.
Wow. Okay, well, quick shout out and hello to our live viewers today. I see Sherry is here with us and saying hello already. So hello, Sherry. And Remember, this is the show all about creating what your vision is for 2020. So as you are here with us today through our very short conversation, because these fly by like that, we're going to be talking about vision in general. We're going to be talking about even deeper, Eva's vision, but also what is your vision? So let us know down in the comments. You're also welcome to private message me your vision, because I have a freebie for you as well. And that is a free virtual reality call. One winner from every show. So all you have to do is let me know what your vision is. We're going to uplift you, celebrate you, and one winner will be chosen for to be recipient of today's call. And also, I want to remind you, you can also access Eva's free face analysis, which I haven't done yet. Eva, this is like, I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it, and yet I'm super intrigued.
Well, it's very vulnerable, when you're expressing your face, and I say, send me a selfie, no makeup, so I can see skin tone. That tells me a story. It tells me what's going. If you have inflammation in your veins, in your heart, in your liver, in your spleen, in your kidneys, where you have blockages, if you have blockages, what's going on? Yes, all that can be seen right here. If you're living your life's purpose.
What are your thoughts, Sherry? What are your thoughts? Everyone who's with us on the replay, what are your thoughts about that? This is fascinating. So when someone signs up to receive their face analysis and submits their photo, are you then analyzing it, or is it like an automated thing that? Okay.
No, it's me.
Okay.
So I did initially for years. I had a self-assessment, and people are not honest. So.
I bet.
So I thought, I'm going to put my own eyes on them and see. And it's very rare that I could see people's hair. People send me in their hair. Of course, they want it tested. But, to do a free assessment, I thought, well, what can I do that doesn't take a lot of time, but is very insightful and is valuable to a person, that they are like the issues are hiding in plain sight. It's right here on our face. We can see what's going on. And then I offer quick solutions that you can use until, we get together to do something more deep.
Okay. So I'm just going to, because actually I've held off on doing, you had another freebie a long time ago when I interviewed you that I never did. And it's not because it wasn't amazing. It was like, oh, it's your soul. The second you said something through. But that really is so awesome. So I'm gonna just like put myself out there right now. Accountability. Okay, Eva. So I'm sending you my photo, and I'm gonna do the free face analysis.
All right, good.
So let me ask you, Eva, when you just first think about creating a vision in general, setting an intention, holding a vision for something you want to manifest and experience, like what comes to mind when you think about just putting that all into action and doing that?
For me, it's setting the foundation. If I don't feel settled here, if there's anxiety, if there's any sort of unrest, I temper that first. So it's not a matter of shoving it down. It's a matter of addressing it and saying, okay, where am I off? So that way I can feel the coherence between the mind and the heart. And that way I can get in touch with my gut. I'm pointing down here because it's that's my seat of creation, right? So from here, once I get into that space, what I want presents the solution, starts to come in automatically. That's just how I've trained myself. And I think that we all do. And if oftentimes I have found myself stunted from having that creation moment of receiving vision, it's because something is out of alignment here. So I talk about it in terms of cavitation. So if you have a thought that is out of sync with what your heart feels, you will feel anxiety in the body. That translates directly. So it's like think of an earthquake, right? So this has a vibration, this has a vibration. And when they're not synced up, they create, that's the cavitation. And so if I can sync up, where am I not listening to myself? Where am I being dismissive? Where am I, that moment when I didn't speak up, didn't give myself empowerment, right? So these things, as soon as you get into alignment, it's funny how your information, intuition turns on, and now you have access to everything, to that ever-present infinite moment of creation is there for you.
That is exciting. Okay, so what I heard, and correct me if I'm off in any place, but what I heard is You take what your vision is up here, you drop it down and pay attention to what it feels like between here and your heart. But then you also drop it down even deeper into your sacral chakra creation center area.
Right.
That is exciting.
It happens quite naturally. When you, as soon as these two align, now you're able to easily just get into, and your breathing changes, it slows down, you get more present, all of that.
That is fun, Eva. Okay.
Now where to start?
That one. Okay, so I guess one of the first questions coming up for me is, do you do anything deliberately with color or your root chakra to help it feel even more supported? Or it sounds like you do that work with your heart and asking yourself that question.
Well, and plus I'm a medical intuitive, and so my theater of the mind is very active, and I can see the chakra centers, and oftentimes, I can be just as absent to what's going on in my body as anybody else. Just because I can see it doesn't mean I'm always aware of it. Right. And so when I take the time to tune in and see what's going on, it's my mind's eye that activates. Otherwise, I don't need external visions, like the keys to heaven, you use certain symbols and colors and things. But when it comes to light therapy or like colors of light, I use it for healing, but I don't necessarily need it for this aspect. I know a lot of people, it's very helpful. It's very helpful if you don't have the strength built already.
Wow. Love that. Okay. And we have Sherry sharing with us saying that, so if you're living your purpose, you can see that from the picture as well.
Uh-huh. Do you want to know how?
Yes, please tell us how. Great question, Sherry.
So we call them our marionette lines. These. Yeah.
And so what does that mean? If they're deeper that you are or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you have them, it means that you're aware of your purpose and living in it. A lot of people, and when they're younger, they think it's because of age that you get these lines and from smiling or laughing. And it's not. It's the finally finding your purpose. Because I've seen people very young who have these lines too.
My brother a long time ago said, Kim, you need to stop smiling.
Never.
And I was like, he doesn't know. I just haven't been using moisturizer. But now he can say, no, dude, I'm living my purpose.
Which automatically makes you happy.
It does, exactly. Oh, that is really fascinating. Okay, so I'm going to bring up here, Sherry, or I'm getting y'all mixed up now. Eva.
Who are you?
You with me today. Okay, so I asked Eva, what's an empowering quote that you could share with us? And she gave us one of her own. I want to share this with you. So she said, you only think that little something that's bothering you is normal because others around you experience it too. It's not normal. It's just common. And that's an Eva Vennari quote. And I freaking love it, Eva. So this is, I posted, that Eva's like a fun mic drop. Like that was it right there.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was a mic drop right there. So, I love that quote. Will you elaborate on that a little more?
Yeah. I think it's a story we tell ourselves. Well, my mom had it. Now I have it. Everybody in my family has it. We all have diabetes. We all have, the blood sugar problem. We all have. And well, Eva, it's just part of my life. I'm supposed to have it. Who says? If you're uncomfortable, if you have these invisible illnesses that are not putting you necessarily in a wheelchair or in a cast or needing surgery or requiring, the external evidence that something is wrong, then I question, if you don't feel good, why are you living with it? Why are you allowing it? And just because others are, it gives you permission to say, I can live with it too, because they're living with it. And I ask, why? Why is that okay? Don't be so concerned about what everybody else is doing. It's like, do I feel good? You're the only one who lives in your body. You're the one who knows when something is off. Listen to that. And that's where you start to build the intuition and empower yourself.
It's really taking that empowerment level to a whole other level. Yeah. Like we're in this 3D world, we think certain things are fixed and they have to be. And it's like, no, you're more powerful than you realize.
Yes.
So what does that mean? Take it beyond what you think is. And so what do you say to the person who's, I'm getting real excited.
No.
Okay. So Eva, what do you say to the person that's like, well, I don't want this, whatever this is. And how do I take it beyond, okay, how do I take it beyond this thing I don't want? And I don't know how to get to the next thing. I mean, that's where the comes in, but where do you say?
Yeah, I've been there. I feel you. So it's about finding someone who's been where you are and has the result of what you want. And do you get along with that person, and then start to work on the process? Because if you could do it by yourself, you would have already. There you go. Another mic drop. Is that mic drop?
I'm not afraid to do the mic drops. That's good.
Wait, the mic's over here. No, I'm not going to do it. So
that could be a new logo. I just realized my headphones aren't plugged in.
Oh, but I can hear you, and you can hear me, I think.
Yeah, I hope that didn't create any audio issues for anybody in the audience, though. Okay. So awesome sauce. And it looks like Sherry's going to be doing that as well. She said, "I really am looking forward to my face reading. Thank you for the opportunity."
So welcome. Yeah,
I'm with you, Sherry. So awesome. So okay, so I then asked Eva. I said, "Eva, what is your vision for the second half of 2020?" And Eva, I'm going to share with you what I'm going to read what you shared with me, and I would love for you to speak to that, or if something new has shown up since then, please feel free to let us know what's new has come through. So Eva's vision is: collaboration requires intimacy. COVID-19 has isolated us socially in every way, but through the power of our voices, coming together via web and phone and only using our words to express feelings is, for me, allowing an even greater capacity for expression and intimacy. And you know what? It's a really nice place to be. Imagine how well we'll work together post-COVID. So speak to that.
Oh, I mean, I'm all about seeing the silver lining. I'm definitely not Pollyannic, but it's you've got to see things where they are in order to see what they could be. It's about taking that assessment. And I'm looking around at a world of people who have a difficult time expressing themselves in an intimate way. And it's like just being honest with what they're saying. And the only communication we have right now is with our voice. Before, we could be in person, we could read body language, we could, see what's going on around us. Who do you spend time with? That's who is most valuable to you. And we're having to, there's nothing by default these days. Nothing is done by default.
Yeah.
So if we want something to happen, if we want that conversation to happen, we have to go make it happen. There's no bumping into somebody at Starbucks anymore. There's no, not really, not the same way. So,
yeah.
So how do you harness the law of attraction in all of this effort? It's, again, listening to that in what do I want? Starting from there. Oh, what do I want? Oh, that means I have to be brave and ask a person for their conversation, for their time. Yeah.
And it's also bringing it back to, wait a second, you're saying that the people around me are the most people who I value most. No, they're not. Well, then that's an opportunity to make a different choice, a different decision,
right.
Because you can make conscious choices or unconscious decisions,
Yeah, it's the living by default as opposed to living on purpose. Yeah, exactly. And I truly believe you can allow one for a long time. You can say, I'll just float along like a little boat in the stream. But if you have a rudder and you have a sail, you can choose direction.
Awesome. Okay, so Eva, is this still the vision you hold? You talked about imagine how well we'll work together post-COVID.
Yeah, I'm all about collaboration. I love coming together and creating. And I've been saying I choose a word of the year every year. And I think it was 2015 when collaborate. You do that too. Yeah.
Did you see that I did that, or you just kind of?
I intuited. We've had a conversation when we were at New Media Summit. I'm pretty sure you said that.
Okay. So my word for this year, and actually I think I chose a different word at the beginning of the year, and then just like kind of everything didn't. Yeah. So I chose a new word. So my new word is embody.
Oh.
What's your word? Do you mind sharing?
Salacious. No, it's not. That's not my word, but that was salacious. So. My word of the year this year, I threw out the window because it didn't, COVID-19.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I chose a different word.
I didn't actually consciously choose a new word. I kind of went, you know what, maybe I need an eraser for 2020. But no, there's value in all of this and what happened. And is that the collaboration video picture? Yes. Okay, good. I'm like, we're building fences. That's what it looks like when you have when you have an auger. I used to live in a place where I had 5 acres, and we built a fence, and there we are. So that's what it looks like. But yeah, I think we're not going to come through this by ourselves. This is going to be a collaboration of the year for sure. And there's a division. We're going into all of this together, but we're all being shaken up to the point where we're not coming out of it the same.
Oh, definitely not. And that's a good thing, I think, ultimately.
Yeah. Well, a rose bush doesn't curse the idea of being pruned.
That's a good one. Yes, exactly. And transformation is not always pleasant.
Same.
Doesn't mean it's not worth it, though.
So worth it. Yeah.
So the images on the screen, these were the first couple images I found, in terms of coming together, intimacy, connection. And I was like, I'm looking for something else, but this is what first came up. And so you've got 2 hands coming together. You've got 2 people kind of, in a way, doing what they can to get over the wall, that challenging aspect of whatever it may be they're experiencing. And then I realized the images that held the most energy and power were images with people and animals and nature. Mm-hmm. And Eva, do you feel anything when you look at this photo?
Well, I do a lot of word association. And so I see an owl and I think wisdom and, of course, nature and the water behind. And I see where in my mind, I think that there's and I'm going to close my eyes for a second as I describe this. There is a transformation happening in the world that I can feel, that I can sense into. And we've lived in a toxic masculinity for so long that the need for that pendulum swing to kick back to the other direction and really live in a healthy masculinity that is I'm going to close the loop. I really am. It's going to take me a minute. Okay. So the divine of both masculine and feminine working in harmony with each other. This is what that picture reminds me of. And when I think about what I'm doing with people to just basically get their bodies to work the way it's designed to do and how we go about that, it really is tapping into the ancient wisdom, the owl, right? The ancient wisdom that has been with us from the beginning of time, and then allowing it to come into today's lifestyle and say, we can live in this, what I call a hot mess, and still survive and thrive and come out and live in our purpose. I think that's a really good, because I can talk for a while on that, but really it's that masculine and feminine that's balancing out right now.
Yeah, definitely. And what I get from this is just, for anyone who's finding it challenging to get to that piece where you can connect and have greater intimacy with other people, nature or animals may be the bridge to facilitate that journey. So I wanted to share that. So Eva, okay. So one of the things I like to do here is ask my guests to model what a 68-second process looks like. And so if you would, I would love if you would speak to your vision, because your vision is one that I think so many people would love to see come to fruition, would love to see people coming together, bridging those gaps, having more intimacy and connection. And so would you be open to doing a 68-second process, just speaking that into existence as if it's already happened and allowing yourself to feel into it and just amplify that momentum around that for us?
Sure. Okay. And I'm going to start from a place where a lot of us are, which is discontent.
Sounds good. That's all good.
Because if we go too far into the other direction, it's unattainable. And so this is what I do in my I have nothing to be grateful for journal. And the title is actually, you scribble out the NO and nothing, and you put in I have everything to be grateful for. So this is the process that I used to get there. Nice. And so if I'm thinking about why I came up with it, was I got to the place of why bother? Like in COVID times, you're isolated and it doesn't feel good. And what are we doing here? And then I kind of started turned around. And so, okay, everything happens for a reason. That's a belief. So I start with my belief of that, and knowing that for every problem there's an absolute perfect solution, no matter how that problem changes. The divine wisdom of source and energy and the whole universe, everything that comes together, it's creating that perfect solution for us. There's literally automatically done. And so how can I live into that faith? And when I live into that belief and I start to see, I'm really not the one causing problems. I'm not the one creating these problems. I'm creating the solution together, though. This is not just for me. This is for everybody. If it is just for me, that's fine. But as for everybody, then it's a way to move forward. How can I live into that? That feels really good. That feels more balanced. That feels like it's less about just me and I'm part of something bigger, and in every way it applies. So why bother? Because we're creating change. And it's asking that question, why bother? It's okay to ask the question. And I'm soothing myself by doing that. It's okay to ask the question, why bother? Why bother? Because we need to, because there's something left unseen, because those changes need to occur and they want to occur. And the reason why they're coming up to be as problems. So if we can't communicate effectively, if we're having trouble with conflict, if we're not able to resolve our problems, the way out is the way through, not to sound trite, but that it is. And so we don't want to just stop in that. I feel frustrated. I feel condensed. I feel small. This is now a moment. Oh, what do I need to expand about what I believe about the world so that I can include everybody's idea? And when I include everybody's ideas, now there's room for not only theirs, but mine. And we're creating something together. We have an opportunity. And that in the opportunity, it then comes up to heal.
Thank you, Eva. How do you feel right now?
That's good. My ears are hot. That tells me I've moved something.
That was good. That was good. That was a shaking off of some of the cakiness that happens when things get tense, or you feel stuck or whatever. That was really good. That was really good. What was that like for you? Whether you're live or on the replay, what was that like for you? Let us know down in the comments. That was awesome. Share, Eva. Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna add to today's message by pulling one of my Cheryl Richardson's self-care cards.
Let's do it.
And while I'm just shuffling these, Eva, will you tell everyone where they can go again to connect with you and get your face reading or anything else you'd like to share with them?
Absolutely. So we were able to put the face reading opportunity. It's up on the main site. So if you go to theelevateinstitute.com, that's THE elevateinstitute.com, and you'll see if you scroll down past the little video in the starting, it says, yes, reveal what's hiding in plain sight. And that's an email, or I should say a form. And so you'll be guided to upload your selfie and then answer a few questions about how I can reach you back. And just give me a few days to get through everybody's face reading. It takes me about 5 to 10 minutes per person to go through, get my eyes on you, and do the reading. So
that's amazing. Do they need to submit a certain size photo? Is that?
No, I just need to see the face. No, a lot of people they cover and they get little Heidi with their bangs, and I'm like, no, it's good to. I need to see your face here and then down to the chin.
Okay, good to know. Awesome. And Sherry was sharing with us that she says she loves me. LOL. I felt a tingling in my feet. Awesome. Well, okay. So the card that popped out, I don't know if you saw it pop it, but it just popped out, is wait. And the back of it says, honor your resistance. Sometimes no action is the best action of all. Yeah. Eva, do you have anything you'd like to add to this?
Sure. Yeah. And in fact, it's oftentimes if we are sitting in a place of fear right now, oftentimes if you're listening to MSNBC, Fox News, CNN, it's fear. Be scared. Wear your mask or you're going to die. And I want to say, if you take a break from all of that, sit back, find your intuition, learn what your body's wanting to tell you, what your heart, what your mind has been too busy to hear. Let your heart in, let it show you the message, and wait for it. Because if we make decisions from a place of fear, we will inevitably need to revisit that situation because it becomes a disaster every time.
Yes. Okay. So we're not done yet, but I want to remind you, yes, definitely access Eva's free face reading, and the link is down in the chat. We have been live today here on Facebook and YouTube. And so if you're ever not able to access Facebook for some reason, you can always go to YouTube as well. And I want to remind you that there's still an opportunity for one virtual reality call winner today. Let me know down in the comments, or you feel free to private message me and simply let me know what your 2020 vision is and that you're interested in the call. and you can be today's recipient. So with that said, Eva, we've come to the final, my most favorite part of the show. She's rolling her eyes. Okay. So I want to ask people if they would be willing to sing a song. But here's the really cool part, the thing that I learned about Eva. Eva is a poet who knows it. Okay, hold that there because I'm going to make you bigger. Hold on. Where's my mouse? There we go. So she has published her own, okay, it's kind of shiny, A Forgotten Paradise.
Yep.
Okay, so she's published her own poetry book. That is awesome.
Yeah, been published. So it was selected to be a part of this book, and this is from 2000, so it's years and years ago, but it's still relevant to today because I think the broadest part of people where they feel and they dismiss themselves is in heartache.
Oh. Okay, so you have a poem that you want to share with us today?
Yes.
Awesome.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I know it's been known to bring tears. So, okay, brace yourself. Grab a tissue. The night carries heartache on its back. It surrounds you, whispers to you. The voice is carried by nearest air. Everything good of the day now gone. Do you remember me? It echoes in your brain. The morning far away, heartache haunts you, breaks you, loves you. Time is its friend. Together, they caress you. Stronger than the love you so desperately want to forget or be in once more. Oh, just once more. Lock your doors. Hurry, morning light, for the heartache might abstain. Fear replaced by hope. Use the day well, because the night still carries heartache on its back.
That was beautiful, Eva. Thank you for sharing that with us.
You're welcome. Nothing like a downer, right?
Well, okay, so sometimes we revisit things to break them, allow them to break you open and heal and release and all of that. Yeah. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Eva, I love chatting with you. Thank you for being here today.
Always a pleasure.
Okay, and that is today's Rise and Shine Creating 2020 Vision show. Definitely catch us. We're going to do a watch party over in the Every Day is a New Day group tomorrow. You can come on in there and join us if you aren't already there. Again, connect with me on Facebook, Apple Podcasts, and of course here on Facebook if we aren't already. And with that, have an amazing day, remembering what your vision is for 2020 and beyond is absolutely possible. And if you came into this show later on, then I definitely recommend you watch the beginning because Eva was talking all about how she engages with her vision and really activates it. And it was really awesome new process that I'm not used to thinking of using for vision. So it really definitely, it was great. It was awesome. And this is also why all of these elements we're talking about, vision, mindset, emotions, and action, they all intertwine and play a role. So, and you did that in your process. So awesome sauce. So, okay. So remember, carry this momentum forward with you, and we'll see you again on Thursday for another episode, another amazing guest.